Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. If you can hear me and see me, press 1. If you can hear me and see me, press 1. YouTube, Facebook. All right. You can hear me and see me, press 1. YouTube, Facebook. I need my ones. I need my ones. I need my ones. What's going on? YouTube, Facebook, ISUPK Canada, coming at you live. You know what we do each and every week. Teach the truth about the scriptures and break down the lies, false philosophies, etc. from this evil place, this nation. Okay. COVID-19. Okay. In the middle of a very large pandemic. We're going to go into the Beirut blast. All right, the blast in Beirut. Okay, troopers Abadia, Akim Shalom, Yahweh Bashem Shai Barakathum.
Yahweh Bashem Shai Barakathum.
You know, a word anybody saying. Hold on 1 second. You know, Akim? Oh, oops. Hold on. Test, 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 test. You can hear and see me, press 1. If you can hear and see me, press 1. Can I hear a damn thing? Hold on. Try it now. Akim, try it again. No, I think my mic is out. My mic is totally out. Hold on. Try to say something now. Okay. Try it again.
Shalom, sir. Shalom. Can you hear us? Shalakia, sir, can you hear us?
Should be on. Anyway,
I don't think you can hear us.
bear with me 1 second. Okay. Oh, tech. Okay. There we go. Akim, go ahead.
Shalom, sir. Yahweh Bashem Shai Barakathum.
All right, here we go. Yahweh Bashem Shai Barakathum. All right. So I get for the brief technical difficulties. Is everyone in on Facebook? Is everyone in the same room?
Khan, sir.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit you guys. I'm gonna hit you all with a question starting off. Galatians 3:28. You can go to Galatians 3:28 real quick.
Khan, sir.
Whoever has Galatians 3:28, go ahead and read.
I got it. You got it?
Go ahead.
Khan, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free.
Hold on 1 second. Is everyone hearing reverb? Try it again. Go ahead. Start it from the top.
Galatians chapter 3, verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek.
You're wrong. If you're using a separate speaker, you can't use a different speaker. It's got to be the same speaker as the mic. Okay, same speaker. Okay, no. So like it. Okay, your sound device. You don't want to have your sound device too close to your speaker. If you're using a separate speaker, sound device, they have to be farther apart. If you're using the computer as a sound device, then you have to then you're fine. All right. Try one more time.
So okay, so you probably have to mute your computer.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear us? Salakia, sir, one more.
All right, bear with us 1 second, YouTube, Facebook. All right, Officer IDR, can you speak? Nah, you got to mute yourself. You got to message me if you have a question. You got to message me if you have a question. We can't have that, all right? Okay. Officer IDR, can you read or no? You're muted, Officer IDR.
So, Salak, you're muted, sir. You're muted.
Okay, go ahead. Galatians 3:28. Let's go.
So we'll do one screen. Yeah.
Slovakia, sir.
Go ahead.
You're right. Khan, sir. Khan, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 3, verse 28.
Go ahead.
Khan, there is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female. For ye are all one in Christ.
Okay, there's neither bond nor free, there's neither male nor female, for ye are all one. So to the Christian, that doesn't mean it doesn't matter what race you are, whether you're a Jew or a Gentile, you can be saved. Is that true? What's the cut? How do you cut a Christian saying that?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
We're trying to get the speaker, the sound from you. 1 sec. All right. Try that. Yeah.
Slovakia, sir, can you hear us?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is your chapter and verse?
Galatians 3:28. Galatians 3, verse 28. Salaki, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, answer. So what is that scripture talking about?
Slovakia, sir.
Go ahead.
If I may, to cut it, can you use when you go up a little to verse 21?
No. Right? You need to just look, just think right here. Just think right here, right in this verse, right where he's at. Christian's going to go to Galatians 3:28. He did it to me today. Went to Galatians 3:28 and thought he had me. This idiot, he read Galatians 3:28, tried to run off. Okay, he stayed and got crushed. Okay. I didn't go to verse 21. I stayed right there. Galatians 3:28. Galatians 3:28 says Jew or Greek. Is a Greek any different from a Jew in this verse?
So like that, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
And it's because the Greek were the Jews at the time. Like there was certain Jews that was following the Greek custom. So they were in nature Greek, just like we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Halloween and everything. So we become exactly just like the Edomites.
Okay, is the Greeks, were the Greeks all the same race?
Lie, sir.
Hell no. It's like saying there's neither Jew or Canadian. Now, if I say there's neither Jew or Canadian, does that mean it's talking about the Caucasian? No, it's not what that means. The Greeks, like the Canadians, the people that run Canada, the people that run Greece during the time of Paul, were Caucasians, were devils, were slave masters. Yes, that's correct. However, you cannot say that all Greeks are slave masters or all Greeks are oppressors. You get my point? Caucasians, Edomites. Just like if I said Canadians, Canada is a multinational country. Guess who else was a multinational, multi-ethnic country? Greece. Saying Jews are Greeks is like saying there's neither Israelites or Americans. There's neither Israelites or Canadians. The Greek is not clear on who it's talking about. But I'm gonna show you who it's talking about. You can go to a Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Jump over to Greek. Okay. The reason why Akim, you're having the reverb, Alpha IDR. I sent everyone the invite. It only needs to be one person on at a time. If the devices are too close, you'll have that reverb that you had. I'm not sure if that was the case, but I can hear IDR. It sounds like you're all in the same room. Where is Trooper Darash?
Sir, he's taking his test right now, sir.
Oh, yeah, he's taking his test. Give Trooper Darash a hand, man. Taking his damn officer's test. There's going to be more officers in Canada. There's going to be more officers in Canada. All right? Lord alive. Okay? This is Greek. You can look it up as Greek in the pictorial, in the compact, or Grecians. Okay? Greece, the home of the Hellenes. Okay? Bear with me 1 second. If you read the first, read the third sentence, it says, Grecians were Greek-speaking Jews, folk of the dispersion from areas predominantly Greek. Okay? The Greek were Greek-speaking Jews. Now, here's the problem that they don't understand. When you take on the language of someone, you're liable to take on what else about them? Who knows?
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
You take on their customs.
Their customs. That's exactly it. When you start to speak Portuguese, you begin to act like a Portuguese or a Brazilian. You start to speak French or Canadian English, you begin to act like and take the customs of the Canadians without even knowing it. Well, these Jews were speaking Greek, and they were celebrating Saturnalia, which is an ancient form of Christmas, and they worshiped Jupiter and Mars, and they sacrificed pork and sacrificed pork on the altar to Zeus and Mars, and they ate pork, and they had sex with prostitutes, just like the Canadians. West Indians in Canada get high and eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and have sex with women they should not have sex with, just like the Canadians. So this verse, if you translate it to today, it's saying there's neither Israelite nor Canadian. It doesn't matter whether you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native that is an Israelite, that's doing the things that the Israelite does, or you're doing things that the Canadian does. You're all one in Yahushua. Yahushua died for those that have now come into the truth and those that are without the truth. He died for them, that they might have a chance to change. Okay? Some are not going to take advantage of that chance. Some were given to darkness. That's in the scriptures as well. Some were reserved to die. Some are just firewood. Okay, it's not our job to determine who's who. Okay, but that's what Galatians 3:28 is talking about. The Greek is Greek-speaking Jew. It's just a place they live, just like you said. Now, I need a precept in the Apocrypha. I need a precept in the Apocrypha that shows that we were moved outside of the borders of Israel.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I have a dictionary, the Ultimate Bible Dictionary. I have the word Grecian, if you allow me, sir.
Yeah, Grecian and Greek was all the same one. You can read it. Go ahead.
Grecian, proper adjective referring to things or to people with origin in Greece. In the New Testament, this refers to Jews who had adopted the Greek culture and language. They formed
Go ahead.
They formed a significant part of the early church and created problems because of prejudice within the church.
Damn. Body bag. What dictionary is that?
The Ultimate Bible Dictionary, sir.
Bible Dictionary. We need to get one of those. Okay. Ultimate Bible Dictionary Smiths. Okay. Yeah, that's the Greek. That's straight up and down definition. You can find in the Zondervans as well. All right. That's who he was talking about. I need a precept in the Apocrypha. Who has it?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I have 2 Maccabees 6:6.
Go ahead.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feast days, or to profess himself to be at all a Jew.
Yeah, it was unlawful for you to say that you were a Jew. So you wouldn't have said you were a Jew. You would have said you were whoever you were around. Okay. I need a more direct another precept, more direct, that shows that we were moved outside of Israel. You get my point? In the Apocrypha. Does anyone have it?
Sir, 1 second.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for one.
Everyone else have your questions ready. Have your questions ready after this, and then we'll go into our topics, all right? Okay. I'll give you a second to find it, okay? We'll look for it.
Another one, Khan. In the Apocrypha. Salakia, sir. I'm having it.
Bear with me 1 second.
Baruch.
Go ahead.
I got Baruch 4:6, sir.
Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nation, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies.
Okay, yeah, we were sold as slaves. I was going to 1 Maccabees 3 and 41. Go to 1 Maccabees 3 and 41. This is an undeniable example of us being sold as captives before the New Testament, chronologically. Go to 1 Maccabees 3 and 41. Okay?
Khan, sir. 1 Maccabees 3 and 41.
What?
And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy. Salakia, sir. Salakia. And came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. A power also of Syria and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves onto them.
Everybody see that? They came to the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. Who are we dealing with this at this time? When you read the Maccabees, we were fighting the Greeks, okay, Christians. So these people all about us came to buy slaves. We were dealing with we were fighting the Greek Empire, okay? So this is the first account of Israelites being sold into captivity during a confrontation with the Greeks. So it wouldn't be outside the question to know and see from this that they were sold as slaves, some of them to the Grecians. So they went into Greece, and they were called Greeks, right? And they're in and among the Greek Empire, because all you have to do is read a map, and you'll see that everywhere but Israel was swallowed up by the Greeks after Alexander, okay, the so-called Great. Everyone understand that? If you're sold as a slave outside of the land of Israel during the Greek Empire, right after Alexander, you were a Greek. That's how it happened. That's how it worked. Alexander conquered the known world. He went all the way to India. Now, are the East Indians Greeks? No, they're Greeks in the sense of they are under the Greco-Roman Empire, a Greek Empire at this time. Greek speaking Jews are no different. Everyone understand?
Khan.
When you read the definition of Grecian, then you can go to Matthew 1 and 21. Greek-speaking Jews. Christ, Yahweh only came to save his people. How then are we going to jump to Galatians 3:28, and that somehow means that he's come to save everyone? Everyone is not his people. Hebrews 7:14 states, our Lord sprang out of Judah. Okay, he was an Israelite. He came to save his people, the Israelites. All right, questions in the room. I'll take a few questions.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I was reading Ecclesiasticus, and I had a question for verse 1 and 2.
Ecclesiastes, what chapter?
Salakia, sir. Verse 1, chapter 1.
Okay.
So let me get it for you, sir. One moment.
Okay. Is it the prologue?
No, sir. My question basically is in the verse when it says vanities of vanities. What did that mean? I've always heard that, but I've never understood what that meant.
Oh, Ecclesiastes. Okay.
Ecclesiastes. Salakia, sir.
Okay, no problem. Grab me 1 second. Vanity of vanities. Vanity just means something that's worthless or vain or it's pointless. All right. Preacher, which is Solomon, Ecclesiastes, Wisdom of Solomon, and the Song of Solomon were composed by Solomon, King Solomon. All right. What he's doing is he's writing in a poetic form, much like the Song of Solomon itself. All right. Seeing vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Meaning this, Solomon went about studying many different things. If you read the Josephus, it says that he had great wisdom above all others. If you read Wisdom of Solomon, it said that he was given the understanding of the elements, the chemistry that they have today and all that, understanding of atoms and small particles. He had that understanding, King Solomon. All right. What he's doing here is he's saying, through all his studies, you'll read this later in Ecclesiastes, through all his studies, he finds that, everything is vain. Why? Because there's one, the same purpose is given to all men, which is what? Death. You're going to die. So everything, stuff you get out here in the long run, what you do in your life is pointless. You get my point? Where you live and location and your salary and how much if you're a planter, how much you plant and this, that, and the third. He was like, man, all this is worthless. You're not going to take it to the grave. So what did he say? Go thy way, man. Eat thy bread. Enjoy yourself. Love your wife. You get my point? And chiefly above all things, enjoy your life. Like keep the commandments. That's in the last verse of the book. You understand?
Right.
So the point, the vanity of vanities is a poetic way of saying, the nothing of nothing, the worthless of worthless. He's saying that everything is just vain. It's pointless. It's not meaningful in the long run. You understand?
All
right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Go ahead.
In Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verses 4 to 9. These are precepts for regeneration. Yeah,
regeneration, or what the world calls reincarnation. Do you understand each verse?
I believe I understand verse 9, but from 4 to 8, I don't have a breakdown.
Okay, let's go to Let's read verse 4 through 8. Answer the brother's question. You can read Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. All right.
No.
Okay.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever.
What does that mean? Who knows? Someone in the room.
Is this reincarnation? Is this people?
Yeah, it's just people coming and going. There's generations. There's Generation X. There's the millennials. There's the baby boomers. Baby boomers are going to die soon. Most of them are going to die soon. And then the next generation is going to be born. Then the next generation, which is a cut to the earth becoming overpopulated. Okay, this is a cut to it. Generations come and they go. They come and they go. If you read in the book of I think it's Second Esdras, I can't remember what chapter,
but the earth can only hold a certain number of people, and the generations are organized such that the earth is never overrun with people. All right. Each generation of people come and go. Otherwise, the earth wouldn't be able to take all generations at once. Everyone understand? So with every generation, the earth can handle it. The reason the earth is overcrowded is because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's Job 9:24 and Proverbs 29:2. When the wicked beareth rule, the people, somebody finish it.
Rejoice.
No, wicked beareth rule, the people do not rejoice. Okay? They mourn. They're in mourning because you have an idiot running the world. Okay? Justin Trudeau only wants an eighth of Canada to be populated, so he shackles everyone like cattle in a certain portion of Canada. They're not going to develop other areas. They're not going to put money in other areas. So Toronto is overcrowded. They have a problem with overcrowding. Oh my God, what's the problem with overcrowding? There's too many people here. Why don't you just build 20 miles east? There's nobody out there. When you go 20 miles any direction from Canada, unless you're going from Toronto, unless you're going south. Montreal the same way. Once you leave that island, Doc, there is nothing out there. There's nothing out there. I can't get a damn rap station anywhere in Quebec. It's hell on earth. Okay, I'm leaving Quebec. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. Okay, Bluetooth. We Bluetooth it up there. All right, Salakia. But in any event, there's not much out there. There is not much out there. Okay, so if they wanted to, they could make the land hospitable for everyone. They don't need, Regent Park and Rexdale and these overcrowded projects. They don't need to have that. But he's the devil. So he'll make the earth where people only living on a certain portion, a small portion of it, and then he'll say there's overcrowding, overpopulation. It's not overpopulation. There's too much population density. The population is too dense, too compact in one area. There's whole areas of Canada nobody lives in, whole huge areas. Huge areas of the U.S. nobody lives in. Okay? That the government's just owning and they're just sitting on it, doing nothing with it. All right? So one generation passes away, the earth, one generation passeth, another generation comes, the earth abideth forever. That cuts another thing. The earth's going to go away. The earth's going to die and disintegrate. It's going to blow up and all humanity is going to be gone. No, generations are going to come and go. And the earth's going to stay here forever. Okay? Read on.
Verse 5. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to the place where he arose.
Right. If you ever saw a TV show where they go over the sun rising and setting, and they go in fast motion, they fast forward the sun rising and setting to just to show you how many days passed. That's what Solomon's saying. The sun rises and it goes down. It rises and goes down. It rises and it goes down. That's what it means when it says it hastily returned to its place. Rises and it goes down. The sun rises and it sets. All right, read on.
Verse 6, the wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the whole wind returneth again according to his circuits.
If you study wind patterns, there's circuits. There's wind patterns. There's a pattern for the Pacific that's called the westerlies, meaning there's air that comes from the say the United States. It comes from the western part of the United States and it comes out to the Pacific Ocean and goes in a circle around the Pacific Ocean. All right, there's a big circle, the big circuit in the middle of the Pacific Ocean where air travels. It travels. There's, different patterns the wind takes, which is why storms go certain areas, all right, in a large portion of the time. And that's just the patterns of the winds, okay? And if you look up patterns of the winds, you study it, you'll see that it comes from, what did it say? It comes from, it goes south to north. That's the general pattern of the wind. You check out wind patterns, okay? I believe that's how tornadoes start. If you get hot and cold air coming north-south, they meet, the cold air will rise. Matter of fact, hot air will rise. Cold air drops, hot air rise, cold air drops, hot air rise, cold air drops. It's a goddamn tornado. That's how it happens carnally. Of course, the Lord's sending a chariot out, and it whirls the damn air around through something called thermodynamics. It's just heat transfer. Get enough heat to move around each other, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. It'll form a damn tunnel. All right, now a tornado will form. Okay. Read on.
Verse 7. All the rivers run into the sea.
All rivers run into the sea. This isn't spooky. If you ask oceanographers, they'll tell you this. If you ask, meteorologists about the patterns of the winds and how tornadoes form, they'll tell you this. Solomon had this understanding thousands of years ago. So what in the hell are you talking about? The Bible's a dead book. Bible's a dumb book. Why you read the Bible understanding? The Bible contains all science in it, man. You just have to read it and get the proper breakdown understanding. We went over meteorology, weather. We went over oceanography, the study of oceans. All water goes into an ocean. That's where it goes. Little streams go into channels. Channels go to rivers. The Don Valley goes to Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario trickles through rivers to the Atlantic. All right, etc. Go ahead.
Yet the sea is not full.
Yet the sea is not full. Go ahead.
Unto the place from whence the rivers come. Thither they return again.
Right, and it comes back. It's a back and forth motion, okay, between the sea and the rivers. Go ahead.
Verse 8. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it.
You can't utter all the work that went into everything making this earth. You can't utter it. You can't utter all of it. You can't, mention everything that went into the creation of this earth. All the labor that goes on every day in front of you. You understand? When you breathe while I'm talking, CO2 is coming out, right? If I would take in CO2 directly, it would kill me. I'd drop dead. Right. The plants, they take the CO2 and they put out oxygen. All that labor and all that work, they use the CO2, they break it down to sugar, they feed off of, and they put out oxygen. We breathe in the oxygen, we give it back to them. It's work, it's labor. You get my point? Man can't utter it all. Read on.
The eye is not satisfied with seeing.
Eye's not satisfying with seeing. You haven't seen all the works of the Most High. You're not able to see everything that goes on out in the universe and on the earth, etc. Read on.
Nor the ear filled with hearing.
Nor the ear filled with hearing. Okay? Same thing. In hearing it, hearing the work that goes on here on earth. All right? You get verse 9, all right? So that's a breakdown. What Solomon's doing is he's liking these cycles that go on to the cycle of people. You understand? Cycle of people. Okay. Last question, though. I'm going into my topic.
Okay, sir. I have a question for Trooper Darash.
Go ahead.
The question is, why do fake Israelites say that you can't keep the Passover? One second. Can I have an understanding on why some fake Israelites say we can only keep the Passover in the land of Israel?
Yeah, let's get the Passover, the place where the Lord shall choose. They say, Deuteronomy 16:16. 16, as a matter of fact, you can read Deuteronomy 16:6. Okay.
Another one card. Deuteronomy 16:6. But at the place which the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name, and there thou shalt sacrifice the Passover at evening, at the going down of the sun, at the season that thou camest forth out of Egypt.
Okay, so they read this scripture and say, see, only the place which the Lord chose. And the only place the Lord chose, Most High chose, is Jerusalem. If you're not in Jerusalem, you can't keep the Passover. Well, brother, the Passover is the law. Okay, this is a command. This is not asking us, well, if you feel like going and you want to take a vacation, you can go here and cook some lamb. This is an order. Passover must be kept every year. They won't disagree with that. So if we can't keep that law, what other laws can't we keep? Because we're not in Israel, because we're not in Jerusalem, because we're not in the place the Lord chose. So if we don't have to keep the Passover, what else don't we have to keep? What other laws don't we have to keep? You see the slippery slope that can take you? The scriptures say, prostitute not thy daughter, that the land fall to whoredom. Well, we're not in our land. So can you prostitute your daughter? Can you buy whores? He'll go, and then you cut him. And then you can take him to Luke 22 and 11. All right? You go to Luke. Bertha, 1 second. Read Luke 22 and 8. Go to Luke 22 and 8. Now, Christ celebrated the Passover. Let's find out if it was in Jerusalem, if it was in the place which the Lord chose. The place the Lord chose to put his name was where? The temple. The temple of Solomon was where the Passover was kept. Okay? It was a centralized location of the worship of the Most High. Let's find out where Christ celebrated the Passover at before he died. Read.
Come on, sir. Salaki, 1 second. Let me get to it.
I got it.
If you got it, go.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 11.
Verse 8. Go to verse 8.
Okay. Luke chapter 22, verse 8. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare? And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are enter into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth. And ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The master said unto thee, Where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples?
So Yahushua, much like we do in the ISUBK today, was making sure the disciples went to a man that had a certain character, a man that he chose to have the Passover in, or a man whose guest chamber he chose to have the Passover in. Is what we do in the ISUBK. We don't just have the Passover anywhere willy-nilly. We go in there, we talk to the people that own it, see what kind of people they are. Are they kind of people that are going to short us, underhand us? Are they going to give us the venue, etc.? And we make our decision based on the people that we're in contact with. Yahushua did the same thing. Yahushua had his men go and speak to him, okay, and ask him, where's the guest chamber that we shall eat the Passover with the disciples? All right, read on.
Verse 12. And he shall shew you a large upper room furnished.
And when you check out that word upper room, it's it's like a large ballroom, a large dining room. The ISUBK, we have our Passovers in large dining rooms. Why? Because that's where Christ had it. Now, this isn't the Temple of Solomon. This isn't the temple that the Lord chose to set his name there. It was a place where Yahushua chose to have the Passover, which is why we have it in large gathering rooms wherever we are. The scriptures say the law you will keep throughout all your generations in all your dwellings. Doesn't just mention Israel. Doesn't just mention in the Temple of Solomon. And to that fool that's talking, okay, aren't we over here in America because we didn't keep the Passover? Like, aren't we cast out, Akim, because we did not keep the law? So why are you going to tell people the thing we need to do to get out of here? Don't do that thing. Don't do it. Like, don't go back to your culture. Don't go back and celebrate the Passover. Negro, we need the Passover now more than ever. It means more now to keep the Passover than it is in the kingdom. You get my point? Why? Because now we're fighting to get back to a place. Once we're in the kingdom, it's the Passover. But here, Passover is like, the Passover is like finding an oasis in a desert. You understand what I'm saying? It's like finding buried treasure. Okay? The Passover in the kingdom is going to be like Christmas is now. Everybody's going to have it. Everyone's going to celebrate it. But now, it's like a breath of fresh air. You need the Passover now. And you need to keep all the laws now. Okay? Not waiting for Christ to return. When Yahushua gets here, all this and that will be straightened out. That's not what he's coming for. He's coming to get the people that have been working. That's who he's coming to get. Okay? Those are his servants. So yeah, you need to keep the damn Passover over here. Hope that answered the question. All right. I'm going to drop all the questions. Let's go into my topic. First one, the Beirut blast. Did everyone see that thing right there?
God, sir. Most High in Christ.
Give that a hand, okay? Beirut blast. Let me share the video. Matter of fact, yeah, I will. I'll do it. Let me share the video. Hopefully, I don't think YouTube will have a brain aneurysm because I'm sharing a video. Block me another 2 months. But in any event, here we go. Lebanon explosion. No. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so the YouTube, I do not own the rights to this video. Sharing it for educational purposes. Don't have a monthly, okay? Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to share the screen. Share screen. Beirut explosion. Everyone see my screen? Has a Moabite in the middle. Okay.
Build unlimited. Start with America's most awarded network. Give people more plans to mix and match at a price built for everyone. With $700 off our best phones when you switch. Because everyone deserves the best. This
Salakia for the commercial. All right, here we go. Good night. Nearly blew her out of the dress like a cartoon. All right.
Oh, God.
Good night. Give the Lord a hand, man. Okay. Like again, before it happens, ISUBK is going to say it. World War III is fast approaching. The Palestinian Lebanese governor, somebody in Lebanon is saying that was a missile. They're hinting that was a missile strike. We've been saying for months in the ISUBK, you killed an Iranian general, you dumb, stupid United States of America. And you think that you're just going to keep being the bully on the block? Oh, no. They see America's skirt is up over her head. Her panties are showing to these nations, and these nations are chomping at the bit. In these days, you're going to see nations take revenge on each other. That's something we're doing in Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina with those Soviets going down there, and the Arabs and Caucasians fighting each other, the genocide, the thing over in Rwanda with the Hutsis and the Tutsis. They picked up axes and just went to just go clubbed and axed 1 million people, put them in Christian churches, took a grenade and threw it in the damn church. All that's coming back on this earth. This is the time for mourning. This is the time when these nations are going to go and do straight up mourning. If this is a blast, brother, it's over. It's on and popping. If this is a blast, because if this is a missile blast, you know who sent that missile. You know, Persia, like we just read last week. Didn't we read that last week? And it's coming. And it's coming. Okay, Lebanon is if they release it, this was a bomb. They're gonna attack whoever attacked them. Okay.
Salaka, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
And just like before class, we was talking about that. We was like, right after you did the class last week, right after that, it happened, sir. Right.
World War III going down the earth. Okay. They're gonna get hot, and they might get hot in the pants and think they're gonna attack Iran, and then Iran is going to come and smack them in the teeth. That's in Esdras. Okay, the Carmanians are going to rage like bears and boars in the wood. They're going to go nuts over there in that land. That's in 2nd Esdras 15. The Carmanians. When you look up Carmania, that's an ancient province in Iran. Okay, the Iranians are not to be played with. The Earth's about to figure that out. Okay, all right. So that's a missile strike. Look, it more than likely is from the Iranians if it is a missile strike. If it's not a missile strike, listen. These nations are going into war regardless. Okay, that's the future for this place. All right, give me Luke the 17th chapter. Like that video with that bride, that's literally Luke the 17th chapter. Give me marrying and giving in marriage. Okay. Luke 17. I think it's like the 26th verse. Hold on.
Khan, I have Luke 17:26.
Yeah, read.
Luke 17:20. Slack, yes, sir. Luke 17:26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man.
Come. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. Read on.
Verse 27. They did eat, they drank, they married wives.
They did what?
They married wives.
Come on, man. She was in a bridal gown. That little nasty Arab girl was in her bridal gown. They did eat, drink, and marry wives. What are people doing right now during a global pandemic? Eating and drinking, having a good time, a blast. Drizzy Drake just threw a party in Los Angeles with what, 700, a few hundred people party in LA. They told him, if you do that again, we're going to cut your water off and your Drizzy oil, okay, your Drizzy heat, okay. They said they're going to cut his electricity and his water. They said the city said they're going to cut off. He throws a party like that again. Jake's eating and drinking, okay? Eating and drinking meaning partying, having a good time, just living life, okay? And marrying. That's what they were doing during the time of Noah. That's exactly what was going on in the days of Noah. People are getting married. Women were in their bridal, their gowns and getting ready to marry. And families were meeting, having family reunions. And then, bloop, raindrop. Bloop, raindrop. Bloop, and then, a deluge. And when it says the earth opened up, okay, during the flood, more stuff happened than just rain coming down. Earthquakes. You had whole volcanoes erupted, tornadoes all across the earth. The Lord cracked the earth open. Okay, there was more than just rain that came down. All right, all the elements came down on these people and killed everybody but 8 people. The Lord's going to do a number on this place. The Most High, the one you call God, is going to do a number on this place. Okay, this is just the beginning. No explosions like that are going to happen all over the earth. United States, Canada, every race is going to take revenge on each other, and they're going to bring their revenge to these little countries. Don't be surprised you hear about a full-out gun battle in Toronto with 2 Arabs, Iranians and Lebanese. They're going to take their beef. They're going to take their beef to Canada, to United States, to Iran, to China, wherever they live. There's going to be skirmishes. You're going to hear about skirmishes between different races in Canada. Okay, in Canada, in Toronto, in the United States. Okay, they're going to be fighting all over this planet Earth. They're going to be fighting each other, and it will be race war. Okay, different races, different kingdoms fighting against each other. All right. If this is a bomb strike, listen, you're gonna have huge problems because Lebanon is going to, wave and point the finger. Israel is going to puff their chest out. Israel's going to get smacked the hell out. Israel's going to get punked. And then Israel, anti-Semitic. America's going to get up and march over the Middle East. Russia, the bear is going to have to get the growling. You're going to see Ruskies. They're going to start supporting these Arab groups, and eventually they're going to have to come in a full-scale conventional war. The Russians are not going to try and step in right now. You're hearing the Russians are quiet. They're quietly having a full-scale war in Ukraine right now. 10,000 people died since 13. I think it was 18 when they released it. They're having a full-out war in Ukraine now. Don't hear about it at all. Full-scale war. Russia is being quiet. He's quietly trying to rebuild the Soviet Union. They want Ukraine. They took Crimea by a full-out military invasion. Nobody did a damn thing. Okay, they took Crimea militarily. Okay, this bear is going to growl. All right. 2021, listen, 2021 is going to be a game changer. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be an absolute game changer. 2020 was beautiful. 2020 was good. It's a great year. Okay. It was an absolute great year. Listen, the government giving out free money in America. So like, don't, get my face and cut my back off. Listen, free money in America, free this, free that, everybody. Stimulus checks, stimulus coming to everybody. It's great for the children of Israel. It's going to be horrible for those that want to live like these other nations, and it's going to be horrible for these other nations. And listen, these nations, they don't have anything else to do but to go to war. They have to stimulate the economy. Nobody's going outside because of the COVID. Americans aren't coming in as tourists, right? Canadians are not coming to Canada as tourists. Tourism's dying. What's the one great way to stimulate an economy? War. They're being pushed into a corner with no other option than to go to war. That blast in Beirut was biblical. It was a biblical blast. It was poetic. Absolutely poetic. Zabadi, you had your hand raised?
Salakia, sir. It's a little bit off the topic, but what you just said was real heavy and real powerful for anybody who believes that we are not in our captivity. You just said that Drake had a party and the government told him, or the city officials told him, that they're going to cut his water off. Drake don't seem like a person who can't pay his water bill. So they're going to cut his water off because he wants to have a party. We're still in our captivity, sir.
Because he wants to have a party in our captivity. Meanwhile, you got devils won't wear a mask, throwing hissy fits, having temper tantrums. They have to wear a mask. Right. You got devils, you can't tell me they're not having parties. Country music, guns, and Daisy Dukes and Confederate flags. They having parties all up and down this country and in Canada. Okay? But again, you want to throw a party with Negroes, they're going to shut it down. Okay? Right. A lot is going on in these kingdoms right now. And they're being pushed closer and closer to war. Keep reading in Luke 17, please.
Khan. Salakia, sir. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And the flood came and destroyed them all.
Yeah, life was all peachy. And that's how it's going to be on this side. Don't look for, this happened, Christ is returning, when everybody's aware. Everybody in the world is not going to be aware that, stuff is going down and this is horrible and this and that when Christ's returning. Yahushua said he's coming as what? A thief in the night. You don't know when he's coming. He'll come when He'll come while you're eating and drinking, just like when it came with Noah. They weren't dealing with hell and pandemics and all that when Noah came. They were fine. And they said, to hell with this lunatic. Let's go to the orgy, man. You know what I mean? Let's go and get high. Man, forget you. I'm not doing what the Most High says. I'm going to marry, we're getting married tomorrow. I don't care what you have to say. I have my job. I can't go to camp. I have a job to go to. They dropped dead. You can keep thinking that what's being said here in this class out in the streets is a joke. Everybody else did until the time came. And sadly, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans aren't going to realize the time that they're in until it gets bad. It's going to get bad out here, man. It's going to get bad. Okay? Yahushua is going to come when you don't expect it, like a thief in the night. He's going to be like a thief in the night, people in the world. Why? Because they'll be getting high, waiting for the next Cardi B, nasty, disgusting music video to come out, and Christ will return. Okay? The Beirut blast. All right. Sounds like a Rita's drink. You guys have Rita's in Canada?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
the Beirut Blast, $3.95.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Might have to trademark that before it's too late.
Right. And listen, if you tuning in from Lebanon, don't take any hard feelings, man. Don't take any hard feelings. Okay? The world is saying pray for you. The world is saying mourn you. But no one is saying to mourn the Mexicans at the U.S.-Mexico border. No one is saying to mourn the West Indians, the Haitians, the Central Americans, South Americans stuck in cages at the U.S.-Mexico border. We don't have any prayers for Beirut over here. Our prayers are going to our brothers and sisters at the U.S.-Mexico border. Brothers and sisters stuck in Central America in horrible gang violence. Brothers and sisters stuck in the favelas. That's where our prayers go to. I don't have anything left for Beirut, man. Beirut can handle itself. They have a whole nation and a whole people, proud people, the Arabs, the Lebanese to be specific. They can handle themselves, man. Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians need our love. Don't pray for Beirut. Pray for the brothers and sisters at the border, man. That's what ISUBK has to say about it. They'll handle themselves. If it was a missile strike, it was a tragedy. Okay, and the nation that threw a missile at them should not have done that. But listen, these are the days of revenge. These nations are going to take every little thing they did to another, they're going to take out on each other. Iraq, Iran, the Arabs with Iran, the Shiite Muslims and the Sunni Muslims are going to go back to war with each other. Different African tribes are going to start fighting each other again. Okay? The Moabite races, the Moabites that are with America are going to fight the Moabites that are with Russia. It's going to be all kinds of skirmishes going on. For those of you that don't know, the Moabites are the Chinese or the Southeast Asians. Okay, just like in Vietnam War, you had the North Vietnamese, South Vietnamese. All that's going to happen again. The Moabites will be fighting each other. Arabs will be fighting each other. Ishmael, different Edomites races, different Edomite groups in Canada will be fighting each other. There's going to be fights going on all over Canada, all over the Middle East. Beirut, this is a missile strike. World War III is coming. It's coming to a peak, a pinnacle. Okay, so you can understand. Luke 17, you can also always go back to Ezekiel 38, okay, about all nations being joined together, okay. Let's go to Joel 2. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joel. Chapter 2. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion.
Blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Go ahead.
And sound an alarm.
Go to 3. Go to 3. I'm sorry. Go to Joel 3.
Joel chapter 2 and verse 3.
No, 3. Go to chapter 3.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
And you think what we're saying is bigoted, is racist. God said it. The Most High said he's going to bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, meaning what? He's going to bring it up. Yeah, we saw what happened in Beirut, but God is bringing up what's happening at the border. He's going to bring it up. He's going to bring it up what happened in slavery. He's going to bring up what happened, what you've done to the Central Americans over bananas. Right. Damn bananas and mangoes. You destroyed those damn people, and you turn them into lawless nut maniacs like the Joker with gangs like MS-13, 18th Street Gang. All that was made through the CIA murdering, massacring innocent people down there for decades. Then they wonder why, oh my goodness, the violence. You brought the violence to the Central Americans, you devils. And the Most High, the one you call God, he's bringing that up. Judah, talking about the so-called Negro, and Jerusalem, the other 11 tribes, West Indians, Latinos, Native Americans. He's bringing it up. That's why I said what I just said about the border, because the Most High, he's bringing it up. Okay? I didn't see any scripture about praying for Lebanon. I did see a scripture about loving your own people and wanting to see Zion. That's what David wanted, to see Zion, not Lebanon. Listen, Lebanon's they're an ancient country. Lebanon's been around since the scriptures, okay, with a rich history, all right? And each one of the prophets wanted their people to be established, Zion. All right. So go to Joel 3 and 9.
This is the book of Joel 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Listen, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. The Lebanese, they're Gentiles. The Iranians are Gentiles. The Europeans, the French, the Quebecois, whatever, however you say it, the French Quebecans, they're Gentiles. Heathens, they're not Israelites. Gentiles, largely it's used to refer to non-Israelites, can also mean Israelite. Okay? In this case, it's talking about the other nations. Read on.
Yeah. Prepare war.
Prepare what?
Prepare war.
Prepare war. Listen, this is the message to Lebanon. Just prepare war. Just get the tanks ready. Get everybody ready. Iran, Israel, just get everybody ready for war. Just prepare war. Okay? Just prepare war. That's the Lord's message. Prepare war. Get ready. If it was a missile blast, if it was a damn, if it was if Mario leveled up in Lebanon and blew something up, okay? I don't care what it was. Prepare war. All right? Prepare war. Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty.
Listen.
Wake up.
Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men.
Wake up the mighty men. Okay, wake up them. Where's the SEAL Team 6? Remember that movie American Sniper? Where's the American Sniper at? Where is SEAL Team 6? The Navy SEALs at? Where's the Spetsnaz at? Russia? Spetsnaz and the Scotland Yard. Sure, remember Sherlock Holmes? The Scotland Yard. Where's the Scotland Yard at? Where's the CIA at? Wake up the mighty men, the men mighty to kill. Wake them up. Read on.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yeah, let them come up. All your strong men. Let them come up, man. Get your sons ready for war. Give them that good testosterone. Give them all that. Get them in the gym. Get them in the range. Okay? Yeah. Let them come up. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords.
Listen, beat your plowshares into swords. And haven't they been doing that? Go check the defense budgets in all these nations. All these nations, their defense budgets have gone up ridiculous amounts the past few years, which means what? They're all getting ready for war. Japan did it. Listen, India just made a deal with Japan. I think they bought their F-22. They bought 100 of some rockets from Japan. United States just unveiled nuclear submarines. United States just put a new fleet. There's a new destroyer fleet out roaming the ocean right now. They just got put back in action after they were on reserve due to the COVID. Okay. Canada converted civilian planes into military planes. They're all beating their pruning hooks in the plowshare. Their pruning hooks into swords. Go ahead.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
Pruning hooks into spears. Go ahead.
And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Let the weak say, I am strong. Let those effeminate cats in Canada, effeminate devils, let them say, I'm strong. I got puny pipsqueak with arms, the size of your finger. Let him say, I'm strong. You're effeminate. The cats in Canada, they switching and cross-dressing. Let them say they're strong, man. Let them be men, okay? Why? Because they're going to war. Send all those cats into war, okay? Is what the Most High is saying. Read on.
Let the weak, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together around about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Decision in the Middle
Jehoshaphat.
East, specifically around the area that's now known as Israel. Okay, the blacks, Latinos, the blacks, Latinos, and natives will own and be in control of all of what they call the Middle East, everywhere from parts of Afghanistan all the way to the Mediterranean Sea, north to Turkey and south to Saudi Arabia. All that is land for the 12 tribes of Israel. That is the biblical Garden of Eden. I'll go over that. I'll tell you specifically, or give the breakdown. So, like, you give the breakdown specifically on the 4 rivers. Okay, I want to do it right so you can see the map, and I can show you each one of the rivers and the boundary that it makes. All right, but it is approximately what they call today the Middle East. That's going to be the land of the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, the land that's going to be ours. All right. And in that land, there's an area called Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is today in the area that they call the Middle East, call the state of Israel today. The point is that it'll be in that land, our land, the Middle East. Okay. Read on.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen around about.
There will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Christ, when you call Christ Yahushua, when he returns, he's going to return right in that area. That's where he's coming in at. Okay? That's where he's going to come in. That's where he's going to crack. When he cracks the sky, he's going to come in that area first. Okay? And the Israelites that are chosen to make it, they'll already be up in the chariots, in the so-called UFOs. Okay? The UFOs aren't UFOs anymore. The Navy is admitting that there are aircraft that they just can't stop. They can't follow it. It's too fast. It's otherworldly. Okay, we'll be up in those craft for those that make it. While Yahushua returns, when you call Christ, he'll return in the Middle East. That's where he's coming back at, where everyone's going to be fighting at. That's going to be the apex, pinnacle, the central point of World War III. All right, read on. Matter of fact, drop that. Go down to verse 16 for the point, okay?
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 16. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel.
The heavens and earth, they're going to shake. The Lord's going to be the hope of his people. The things that everyone looks up to, the heavens and earth itself is going to be shaking when the one you call Christ returns. The Lord will be the hope of his people, and he'll be the strength of the children of Israel. Don't worry in these days and times and skirmishes and shootouts in Canada and all that. Don't be worried about that. Don't worry about it at all. The Most High is going to be the strength of us. We're going to be strengthened by the Most High, while everybody else is made weakened, or is weakened rather. While they get weaker and weaker, the Most High is going to be our strength. The scriptures say this: wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Having a bag, having money in a second, it's not going to mean a damn thing. Okay? What are you going to do with a bag full of money when $1 million, Canadian dollars can't get you 2 U.S. pennies? Okay? What are you going to do then? A bag's not going to mean anything in that day. All right?
Like this, sir.
Life is not about money, but about how you live. That's what life's about. That's in Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. The whole duty of man is to keep the commandments. Go ahead.
Like this, sir. Yeah, I was just going to ask you what the scriptures say about what wisdom, how wisdom is going to save us. What that verse was. But you said it was. It was wisdom is going to be this. You said the stability.
Yeah, wisdom is the stability of thy time. We can get that scripture real quick.
Right. Of thy time?
Yeah, of thy times. Yep.
Of that time. Oh, okay. Of the time. Scripture.
What Isaiah 33 and 6. All right.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33. verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Is his treasure. Whose treasure? A man whose times are stable. A man whose times are stable, the fear of the Most High is going to be his treasure. The fear of the Most High is the performance of the commandments. That's in Ecclesiasticus chapter 19, verse 20. Ecclesiasticus, I think it's in chapter 19, verse 20, or you can check verse 29. It's one of those two verses, all right, in the 19th chapter. Wisdom and knowledge that shall be stability of thy times is the thing that's the treasures. That's his treasure, which is the fear of the Most High. It's the Lord's wisdom, the Lord's knowledge. That's the knowledge that we lack. That knowledge right there. That knowledge right there. You don't lack educational knowledge as a people. We don't lack, the knowledge of 2 + 2 = 4. We don't lack the knowledge of arithmetic or calculus or English or how to read, how to write. We don't lack those knowledges necessarily as a nation, but as a nation, we lack the Most High's knowledge. Totally, flat out. You can't argue that. Cannot argue that the fact that blacks, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have are remedial in the knowledge of the Most High. Okay, they ride the short bus when it comes to knowing the scriptures and knowing how to live their lives, regardless of socioeconomic class or educational level. Whether they go to the University of Toronto, going for their PhD, or they're in Toronto South, okay, Guantanamo South, we lack a knowledge of the Most High. The knowledge of the Most High is what's going to be a stability in our time. Not a bag, not money, none of those things, okay? There'll be defenses, yes, okay? But if you don't have the truth, you're going to die with that money, all right? So that was all the scriptures I want to get on that. They might say it's a bomb, they might not. Okay, this might lead directly into conflict, in the beginnings of conflict. It might not, but this is the prelude to World War III, nonetheless. Okay, and that's what it is, and what they're going to come out with, what Lebanon more than likely is going to come out with, is that it was a missile, and then they're going to go into their investigation. All right. In any event, this is the precursor to World War III, like we just said. All right, I want to go into Cardi B's her video. She made a music video with Meg Thee Stallion. It's the first time they did a collaboration. The music video is called WAP. I was going to share it. I was going to play it, I guess, to show the destruction of our people. I don't even want to play it. I guess it's it's softcore pornography is what it is. She's damn near playing with herself on the damn video. She got her breasts are exposed. She has something over her nipples. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But you know what else is sickening is that so-called black people, so-called Latinos, are not upset that black Latino women are not upset that their only representation is as a whore, right? One of their only representations on a camera is being a whore or being an athlete or an entertainer, some kind of jester, whether you're sexually, entertaining people or you're entertaining people through your athletic prowess. So you're some kind of clown, some kind of, court jester, okay? They're not upset about that. You know what blew up Twitter? You know what has social media in an uproar? The fact that Kylie Jenner is in the damn video at 1 minute and 14 seconds in. That's what everyone's upset about. 35,000 people signed a petition to take Kylie Jenner out. Nobody signed a petition to stop having the black and Latino woman show her butt cheeks on the damn screen and portray herself like a damn whore. Nobody signed a petition for that. It shows you this. These nations are totally okay with your woman showing herself like a whore. These other nations are totally fine with it. And our own people are totally fine with it. You know what they hit Kylie Jenner for, Rock? They hit Kylie Jenner for appropriating black culture. That's what they said in the article. What are they saying about black culture? Who knows?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
They're saying black culture is only whoredom.
It's being a nasty hoe. That's what black culture is. Cardi B, like that ass shaking, all that's black. That's black culture. When that is a damn lie. Although those strip clubs and those bachelor parties, that's white. That's Caucasian. That's European culture. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about Alexander VI of Rome, Caesar Borgia's father. You all, everyone in the class, you know that the fake image of Christ is actually a depiction, one of many depictions of Caesar Borgia. Okay? son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. He himself was a Catholic cardinal. Okay, what many of us don't know is that his father, Pope Alexander VI of Rome, would have fornication contests where he would watch horses have sex with women, and he would bet and wager to see which woman could fornicate the most at their gatherings. They would pay money and sit and watch this nonsense happen. All that nonsense with the orgies and threesomes and trains and all that comes from the slave master. That comes from the devil. Okay, give me First Thessalonians 5:22. Abstain from appearance of evil. Okay, I'm gonna get whore in the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary. Okay. Like, it's sad. Another thing, it's sad that we as Black, Latino, and Native Americans have to teach that it's wrong to be a whore. Like, that's terrible. That is horrible to have to teach. It's like, this is something you have to tell a woman, like, you cannot do this. It's ridiculous. Okay, but we're going to teach it nonetheless. I want to get whore in the Zondervans. This is the Zondervan Pictorial Bible Dictionary, page 892. It reads, whore, a woman who habitually commits adultery or fornication, especially for hire. So a woman that's selling her behind, in person, or a woman with those OnlyFans. Do not go on those goddamn websites. You know what I mean? Like if you, again, like the scriptures is so, Most High is so excellent, and that he made a man have the ability to see many different women and want to be aroused by them. Now, the problem is this: because a slave master is the devil, he'll make it readily available with a click, and he'll, let women go and be whores and promote it, and then show it for all the world to see. You can have more than one woman, and you can't have them both at the same time because they are showing each other's nakedness. You understand? You can have more than one woman and deal with your women, more than one. Okay? But to be a damn simp and get an OnlyFans subscription, you're another kind of cuckold. That's what you are. You just like to sit and watch something that you can't have. It's ridiculous. If you want another woman, you should just go get another woman. Okay, a whore is someone who does what? This is someone who habitually commits adultery or fornication. If you're going out having sex with multiple men, you're a whore. If you think it's okay, you're going to leave him because he didn't make you happy, or you're upset because he said something to you, you're ready to leave the damn house, you are a whore according to God, according to the Bible. Okay, that's what you are. All right?
Right.
You're a promiscuous woman. Okay? And what they're promoting is whoredom. It's absolute whoredom. And listen, the fake Jew just got finished with what? He just got done checking Deshaun Jackson and Nick Cannon about what? Saying we're the Jews. What is his rebound? Because listen, all this is put out by the fake Jewish man. He runs the music industry, all that. He's had the music industry since the 30s. Since the 30s, he's had the music industry. What was his answer? You come out saying you're a Jew? No. Look at these butt cheeks over here. You look at this. You're an animal. You look at this. You get distracted by this. Hey, you're an animal. They put this stuff is not getting put out for no reason. It's not. It's not. All of it is meant as a distraction to us, the children of Israel, Black, Latino, Native American, Indian. Okay, life is not about getting the baddest woman or having sex, with whoever and whatever you want. That's not what life is about, man. And to the Black, Latino, Native American woman, their lifestyle is horrible. It's terrible. You know what I want? Give me all the scriptures. Deuteronomy 23:17. No whore, the daughter of Israel. Give me Ephesians 5. Right. I still want abstain from all appearance of evil. I want that held. Get me a tire of the sin of Judah is written with an iron tip, iron pen. Yeah, someone else give me Jeremiah. I want Jeremiah 17:1, sin of Judah. And that's about it. Now, in the ancient world, right? Let me segue into it while you are getting scriptures. In the ancient world, right? Women did dance for men. Right? Women did dance for men, and through seeing the women dance, they would be attracted to them and want to marry them. You can read about the women dancing in the scriptures. You can read about how Benjamin, after he went to war with Benjamin, almost annihilated the tribe of Benjamin, who said, look, no tribe wants to give them their daughters. So at this gathering, let's have women dance, and the men of Benjamin, whoever they seduce and lay with, that's fine. There were women there at a gathering, a party, dancing. The men were attracted to them. So women danced for men throughout ancient times. Now, when the devil came, he said, well, can I make them can we buck naked them? Can we make them butt naked and make it just, all the way out filthy and disgusting? That's what happened. That's where all this nonsense, this filth comes from. You get my point? And it's something to be avoided, man. Like the problem with men is lust. That's the problem. It's been the problem since, Adam. Adam's problem was obeying, listening to his woman when his woman was wrong. Okay? Should not have done that. Man's problem has been his lust. It's always been a problem for men to fight. A woman's problem, one, is not knowing when to shut her mouth. Okay, and not taking responsibility for her actions. But three, and the biggest thing is a woman's desire for power, a woman's desire to be worshipped. That's where women go with this desire to be worshipped. You're naked, dancing on the damn internet. Everyone's watching you. Everyone's desiring you. That's a woman. That's her carnality. She has to fight it. It's like brothers have to fight their lust. You get my point? A strong desire for something when sometimes it can go too far. You understand?
Gotcha.
So get me my abstain from appearance of evil. 1 Thessalonians 5:22.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
Abstain from all appearance of evil. You, if you're a woman, Black, Latino, Native woman, you don't want to make it look like you're a whore. Those women dancing or whatever on the screen, Cardi B, and then they might not be prostitutes, but you don't want to give the appearance of being a prostitute, of advertising yourself for sex. So they shouldn't be on the internet, the camera is shaking their behind and twerking and all that other nonsense. Should not be doing that. Should not be doing that. Abstain from all appearance of evil. You don't want to have the appearance of being a prostitute. You want to wear clothes that are modest, man. That are modest. You don't have to be ugly. You can be attractive. Be attractive with some shame, which is in a certain bound, okay? And attractive by in the way an Israelite woman is attractive, okay? So, also, if I can add, okay, there's clothes a woman can put on that makes her attractive, but does not show her as a whore. Judith showed you that. Okay, you read Judith, the 10th chapter, it says she put on clothing of her, the clothing, I believe, of her marriage. Okay, and this was clothing that attracted the hell out of the Assyrian army. She put on, changed her face, at least she put on makeup, put braids in her hair, or had her hair done. Put a beautiful headdress on. She dressed herself up to be beautiful. She didn't dress herself up in a whore's apparel, man. The problem with this is, okay, many men like whores. And if I can add as well, what Cardi B is doing is destructive to the Black, Latino, Native American, Indian woman. Why? Cardi B is a married woman, dum-dum. Cardi B is not out showing herself to every different man. She's happily married with a child. The problem is your woman is going to do that in Rexdale. She's going to think that's cute in Rexdale. She's going to think that's cute in Scarborough, Jane and Finch. And what happens in Jane and Finch? She doesn't live like Cardi B. She's single. She's a single mother with 4 kids. With 4 kids and in hell and poverty. They're going to follow after them, and they're going to end up just like the generation before them in Scarborough, in Jane and Finch, North York, Falstaff, single with kids, grow up to be murderers, man. Murderers and whores themselves. Women become whores themselves. That's how it works, man. That's how it works. These people are nothing to be followed, to follow, etc. Okay? Abstain from all appearance of evil. Okay? You stay the hell off the OnlyFans. If you don't be her OnlyFan, okay, get a woman and be her only man. Okay, let's make that. Get a woman and be her only man. All right, how about that? How about some suave? You can get a woman that looks like better than Cardi B, to be quite honest with you. Okay, and a woman that's going to be, or a woman that's going to be, loyal to you, which is really more important. You understand? A woman that's not going to whore on you. Okay. All right. Run me my scriptures, whoredom, whore scriptures, all that.
Khan. This is Deuteronomy chapter 23 and 18.
17.
17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. That's what you have to understand. None. Zero. The Most High is talking to the Black, Latino, and Native First Nations woman in Canada. None of you shall be whores. None. None. Read on.
Khan. Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. You can't be out here in these streets packing fudge. Out here packing fudge, laying down and kissing and tonguing with another man. It's disgusting, man. It's an illness. Just like being a whore is an illness. You see the correlation? A whore, sodomite, same thing. It's a sexual deviancy. Okay, and what you'll find as well is many of these women that many of the women that you like in the world have been molested. That's why they are. That's why they're as easy and accessible as they are. They've been molested. Or they've been raped. Okay, they've been raped. All right. Now a woman like that, you know, a woman like that, she needs to be directed to the school. Of course, you know you cannot have sex with a whore. The only reason that can be rectified is if she comes to the truth and becomes brand new. Okay, right. She needs to become brand new. She needs to give that box. That box needs a break. pH balance, pH levels have to get right. She got to wash, clean herself. She got to cast out all those dead men that are inside of her, literally. All right, and most importantly, she has to change her life and become brand new in the truth. Only the truth is going to rectify that. Only the truth can stop whoredom in the Black, Latino, Native American Indian community. You take that and you think about it as you listen to, you know, your YouTube pastor, your fake Israelite, and your Wi-Fi warrior. The hell is he doing to stop whoredom? Stop people from turning into Cardi B. The ISUBK is doing that. Why? Because we band together, gather our people together. Our people will gather together. You wouldn't have some sister out in Rexdale, poor, thinking she has to go into a strip club to make money. You would have some sister working minimum wage in Watts, California, traveling to Atlantic City to go to a strip club. If we were banded together, there's not a shortage of money in our community. There's a shortage of brotherhood, sisterhood. Okay? Run me my horse scriptures. Go ahead.
Khan, Jeremiah 17 and 1. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron.
The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron. The sin to Black people is so deep. It's so important. It's like you damn near you can't cast it off. You talk to somebody, Judite. Yeah, I've been eating. I don't want to give up pork. I've been eating pork. My mother's eating pork. My grandfather's eating pork. No, I don't want to stop stripping because it's all I know. I was abused. My boyfriend beat me. That's an excuse to go and be a whore. It's not. It's not. Sin is very important to the tribe of Judah, the so-called Negroes, and it's on every other tribe as well. But Judah, sin is important. Sin is important to Black people in America. Very important. Read on.
And with the point of a diamond.
With a diamond tip, it's ingrained in him. You understand? Read on.
It is graven upon the table of their heart.
Written upon the table of their heart. It's deep in our minds. Okay, sin. That's why all this stuff is promoted. These whores are promoted. They get clout and all this because men like whores. That's why. Men like whores, man. That's why the Black, Latina, and Native American Indian woman is being a whore. If we didn't like whores, listen, they would solve themselves. They would look and say, I'm not getting any attention. I deeply crave attention. I have a daddy issue, which makes me boy crazy, whatever it is. Father was around, she was molested, or she's taken after the advice of idiots. Okay, but in any event, she wants the attention, the desire of a man, which is what any woman wants. Okay. So if she doesn't get that, she's going to do the things to attract it. One of the things that works today is being a whore. If they didn't get any attention, They be wrapped up in a damn headpiece, a dress saying Yahweh Shema Alpha, saying the damn salute. All so-called Black, Latino, Native American men have to do in Canada is stop liking whores, man. Stop liking the OnlyFans, subscribing, and all the other nonsense. Do not have sex with whores, okay? This music video they put out is terrible propaganda. We're going to defeat it. The ISUBK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, is going to defeat the psychological warfare that they push against Black, Latina, and Native American women.
Right.
We're going to defeat it because the spirit of Yahweh, the spirit of Christ, is in this place to conquer. Okay, we're going to conquer everything. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Drop that. Give me my next one.
Hold on. This is Ephesians 5 and verse 5.
Go ahead.
For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
See that? You're not going to inherit the kingdom, man. A man that buys whores, man that has sex with women, that act like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, you're not going to have any part in the inheritance. Okay? You cannot be a whoremonger. You can't buy whores, man. Or be an unclean person. You can't be a deviant either. Okay? Or a covetous man, a man that wants something that isn't his, wants to steal and then take someone else's car, take someone else's girl. That's disgusting.
Right.
Okay? You in Canada. Canada is full of women, ripe, ready to be picked like a grape. Okay, ready, ripe as it could be. You're gonna go and grab somebody woman that has a man. You're disgusting, huh? You're disgusting. A covetous man. Okay, who is an idolater? You're an idolater. You desire something to the point that you're going to worship it as a god, that you'll be willing to break the commandments of the Most High, steal, commit adultery to get that thing. You're an idolater. Okay? Read verse 3.
Verse 3, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named amongst you, as becometh saints.
Listen, fornication, men having sex with another man's woman, men going into strip clubs, men sleeping with other men, women sleeping with other women, uncleanness, any kind of filth meaning this. You are not doing what the Most High said to do. That's what it means when it says uncleanness. Or covetousness. You just a greasy bastard wants something that somebody else has. That better not be named in here. That better not ever be a report had here at all in ISUBK, not in Canada at all. Let it not be named among you as become as saints. A saint is an Israelite, chiefly an Israelite that has repented, that has changed his life. You change your life. Don't go back into the world going to buy whores. You go into the Thai massage parlor, okay, to get a 15 minutes for $20, a Thai massage, okay? Avoid Kelly, bad women too, yeah, okay? Beautiful single sisters in the ISUBK, okay? All right? That will not act like Cardi B. They're there. They're out there. There's a few good women out there. It's less than 1 in 1,000. I know that for sure. Okay, there's 1 in 1,000 righteous men. Okay, there's even less of women, according to the scriptures. All right, but nonetheless, they're still there. Okay, drop that. Go to verse 4.
Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks.
Filthiness. Don't be filthy. Don't be covered, washed over with transgressions against the Most High. Or foolish talking. Foolish talking would be, yeah, God loves everybody. Christ is all love. That's foolish talking. That's foolish. Or jesting. Don't jest. There's cracking jokes at each other, making jokes, but you don't want to do things to the point of the point that you're offending someone. You get my point? That's, you don't want to jest. And also, jesting is you don't want to be a damn clown, somewhere clowning yourself and embarrassing yourself. Okay, why? Because it's not convenient. Huh? It's not convenient to do those things, but rather give thanks. Okay, give thanks. How do you give thanks? By acting in the right way. You understand? So drop that. Keep going. Matter of fact, Slakia, go to give me another one. Horror scripture. Matter of fact, hold everything. Give me a Hebrews 13:4. Now, to those of you that don't have a Hebrew name yet, you hear what I'm saying about the OnlyFans and strip clubs and all. You're thinking, man, this life, you can't enjoy your wife. That's not what I'm saying. You can have, like I said, don't be only fan on OnlyFans. Get with a woman and be her only man. Listen, you can have the OnlyFans, the strip club. You can have all that in the privacy of your own home. If you want your woman to perform and dance for you, you have, Monopoly dollars. The roses. Listen, I got the roses out here, the candles. What? The Victoria's Secret lingerie, whatever. You got the CAD, you want to toss it out? You can do all that with your woman. That's lawful. Have fun, enjoy. The scripture said, enjoy the wife of thy youth. Love her, man. I have time with her. I love her. Love that woman. It's lawful to do that with your woman. Go ahead, Adiyar.
So like I said, we need to get back to be your routes on some of that Zaria Goyo or
we get that 4D, that fourth dimension, Captain Zaria. All right, we give him some. We need to give him some. So like it, give him some cologne. All right, shout out Captain Zaria. Make sure you support Lily's Creations. Captain Zariat's brand with the excellent products. In any event, it's lawful to do. It's lawful to do in the privacy of your own home, in the marriage bed. I'm going to show you that in the scriptures. Hebrews 13:4. Go ahead.
Hebrews 13:4. Marriage is honorable in all.
Listen, this isn't tough talk. This isn't, he's just nasty. This is the Bible. Marriage is honorable in all. It's good to get married. What is marriage? What is marriage? Sex, according to Genesis 24:67, as well as other scriptures as well. You can check out Exodus 22 and Exodus 22nd chapter for that as well. If you entice a maid and lie down with her, you have sex with her, you shall surely endow her to be your wife. That's it. It's your woman. You deal with her now. So the marriage bed you are married and you nourish your marriage on is undefiled. It's not dirty. Nothing wrong with what you do with your woman as long as you're keeping, the male part with the woman's parts and all that. Okay, but everything else I don't need to get into, you understand that. All right? It's undefiled. Nothing wrong with it. Go ahead.
For whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
It's honorable in all. All of it's honorable. It's honorable to get married, man. It's a good thing to get married, but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. God's not going to judge you for what you do with your woman. The dollars and her putting on a show for you and all that. That's honorable. You're married. Do it up. Enjoy yourself. But men that go and buy whores, that go to Thai massage parlors, that messaging women on Backpage trying to get pay a woman to have sex with them. Women like Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, who had sex with a woman and then threw her away. Men that have sex with women and throw them away, have one night stands. Most High is going to judge them, man. He's going to punish them. And COVID's out. COVID is loose. Okay. There's plenty of ways to die now. You can die of COVID. You can die of a blast in Beirut. Okay. World War III, whatever. Okay. Death is coming out upon this earth and war is coming. Okay. So whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. They've taken like this devil, the slave master is taking what a woman naturally has. All that she has on her backside and on her chest, that's there to attract you. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. Okay, the Lord put it there so you take notice. And I'm going to talk to her. She's single. You can talk to her. She's married, off limits. The Lord put that there so you would be attracted to it. Now, the devil took that and he made it something evil. Now, he's making you want to have sex with her, whether she has a man for money, even though she's having sex with everybody. He made it something evil. You get my point? Go ahead.
So, I'm pretty sure there's a scripture, and I think it's in Psalms, where David said to be satisfied with
with her breast. Isn't there a scripture like that?
yeah. You know, this isn't tough talk. It's not in
Right.
It's not in Psalms. It's in Ecclesiastes. Let her breast satisfy thee. I know what you're talking about. Hold on one second. I think it's in Ecclesiastes or Proverbs. Okay?
Yeah, one of those, sir. Con.
Yeah, it's Proverbs 5. Go to Proverbs 5 and 19. What I just said about it is not tough talk. This isn't, he's nasty. He wants to talk about sex. This is the scriptures, and talks like this have to happen. You get my point? All of it. We're the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. It's all encompassing. It's knowledge you can use in your day-to-day life. It's knowledge of the scriptures, the truth. Okay? Right. The breast she got on her, all that she got, her thighs, all that, her body, it's made for you to desire. That's why the Most High put it together. That's why you like to see it. You know my point? What that stuff is on your woman is good to have. It's good to be satisfied by. Okay? That's in the scriptures. Proverbs 5 and 19. This is that, her beauty, her appearance. This is it on the right-hand side. Go ahead.
God. Proverbs 9 and 19, sir? No.
Go ahead.
You said 9 and 19, sir?
No, Proverbs 5 and 19.
Lots.
This is Solomon. Is this Solomon? No, I can't say it's Solomon, so I'm not going to say it. But Song of Solomon talking about the breast of his woman. Solomon had it. Solomon had the flavor. Okay, Solomon had the gift. You want to learn game? Read Song of Solomon. Okay, so put you on game in the scriptures. Okay, that's how bad he was before he went off. Proverbs 19. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 19. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe.
Let her be as a loving hind and pleasant roe. Go ahead.
Loving hind and a pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times.
Yeah, let her breast satisfy thee at all times. You got, as a man that's married, you got to be a man that can, go at any moment. Right. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. Be satisfied with her breast, man. Don't be satisfied by the breast of a woman that has a man. But your wife or your wives, plural, be satisfied with them. Right. Be satisfied with them. Okay. What David is trying, not David, with Solomon. Yeah, Proverbs was written by Solomon. So this is Solomon, who had game like unto nobody. The wisest man on earth, save Yahushua. Only Yahushua was wiser. But Solomon trying, giving you wise statements, putting you on game, as they say. Your woman, you should be satisfied with your woman. Don't be satisfied with another man's woman. Be satisfied with your woman, your wife. Okay, the wife of thy youth. That woman you've been around since back in the day. Okay, she's not as young as this young one over here, but she's the one that's been around holding it down. Be satisfied with her, man. Love her. Okay. Okay. Satisfied. Let her satisfy you. Not a whore. Not prostitutes, strippers, and all that other nonsense. Like they've taken what the Most High made on the right-hand side to be natural to attract you. That's why it's out there like that. That's why you like to see it. He made it and turned it into wickedness with prostitution and all this other nonsense he's pushing. Okay? Don't get it twisted. They know that if we take under the culture of being whores and perverts and buying whores, that we'll be destroyed by the Most High. Someone get me Judith 5 and 20. Anybody else have any other scriptures they wanted to bring out on this? Okay. So Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B are disgusting. I mean, I don't really hardly even blame them because they're just entertainers. They just doing it for money. But the devil that runs it, that made the production, that told him to do that, he is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
But
this is Judith chapter 5 and 20.
Okay.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
This shall be their ruin. If we go and buy whores, if our sisters act like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion and do what she does, what she says she does, do all those things with different men and all that, and cutting men off, and doing things Meg Thee Stallion does, and cutting men off and having side men and all that other nonsense. Read on.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
We'll be overcome. We'll be destroyed if we do those things. We do the things Megan Thee Stallion says to do. We do the things Cardi B talks about. If our sisters do those things, we allow them to do those things, we'll be destroyed. They go into strip clubs, we'll be destroyed. That's why we're losing, man. That's why the cops are murdering us. That's why they can throw people off of the 24th floor of a damn apartment building and go off scot-free. So they can pull up and kill men like Freddie Villanueva if cops killed him, murdered him. So they can beat a man until his eyeball falls out.
Right.
There's evil in our nation. They put this stuff out not for without any reason. It's out here to destroy us. We'll be attracted to a woman that's like that. It's like a whore. Boom, child support. She going to the abortion clinic and just ruining the Black and Hispanic household, ruining the Black, Hispanic, and First Nation community. Read on.
Verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them.
Lest the Lord defend them and their God, their power be for them. There are no Megan Thee Stallions, no Cardi B's, no women in strip clubs. The strip clubs closed down in Toronto, where Black and Hispanic and First Nations women are. Most High will defend us,
Right.
That thinks to find Devontae Miller and card him, he'll have a heart attack before he goes out on shift, before he goes to his stupid party with his friends off duty. He'll have a heart attack. A police officer that thinks to kill a First Nation woman, die before he goes to his shift. The Lord will defend us. Okay? The Most High is not defending a people that are so lustful that they can't even, control and just get a woman and be with her. Have more than one woman if you're a man, you man that can do that. Okay? Right. And he's up for it. That's a responsibility that's bigger than just sex. You got more than one woman now to talk to. Okay? Some men can't handle it. There's no problem if you can't handle it. If you go only want one woman, then more power to you. You want more than one, more power to you. You're not any less or more righteous than any other man. All right? If you have one or more than one woman. The strongest man has no woman. Okay? That's what the strongest man has. But again, even Paul said, not every man has this gift. If you don't have the gift, don't do it. Okay? Don't even attempt it. Just get a woman. All right? With that being said, give Trooper Darash a hand. So we'll grade it. We'll see how he does. Officer Adiyar, do you have the anointing prayer?
And Gunner Wankan, sir.
All right. Bear with me 1 second. Adiyar, he does it. Do you have any announcements too?
Gunner Wankan, sir.
All right, hold on 1 second. All right, young man, the fun, man. Listen. You give me goddamn the 90 days. You change, you change your life. See a visible changing since you first came in. Had struggles and things you're dealing with. What have you had? Questions or etc. about the truth and what we teach, and you diligently maintained yourself in class, asked questions, and made sure you got the proper understanding, context on things before you went ahead and just ran with it. You understand? And had to relearn a lot of things over, which, I know from experience as well, it's very difficult to do. Once you learn something, you're like, well, I had it like this, so I don't want to change it. But he was willing to do that. It takes a special kind of man to do it. And he has a quality of being reserved, being, collected, calculated, and strong. And because of that, his name will no longer be what it was in the world. His name is now Shar Yawan. Shar Yawan, which means coat of mail or body armor. All right, body armor, or what is called a harborgion in the scriptures. 2 Chronicles 26 and 14. And Uzziah prepared for them throughout all the host shields and spears and helmets and harborgions. A harborgion is body armor. That's your name. That's what your name means. Body armor or a coat of mail. You be a coat of mail armor out here in Canada for the truth. Protecting it and keeping it strong. Okay, and you keep it on within yourself, that armor of the Most High. And you be armor to other so-called Black, Latino, and First Nations. Be that strength that they need by helping them, counseling them, and teaching them the truth. I'm confident that this is the kind of man that you'll become and be and continue to be in the ISUPK. You understand?
No.
Congratulations, you're now superstar. You're on. All right. With that being said, I'll text you the Hebrew and all that and the Strong's number so you can look it up for yourself. Officer Adiar, can you read the announcements, please? We're going to wrap the class up.
We are the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in any particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. Means theft in Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation, stay tuned for the Passover. And we also have the Day of Atonement, which is the 10th day of the 7th month.
No, it's a memorial blowing of trumpets. It's Thursday, September 17th. All right?
So like a memorial blowing of the trumpet. First day of 7th month, which will be Thursday, September 17, 2020. You will find 11 tickets, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25.
All right, go ahead.
Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boot, shirt, band, headband, and scarf.
All right, go ahead. I'll call a salute. All right, men of Israel, that being said, I'm Majum, which means stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Amajum Shabbat. Amajum. Barak. Yahweh. All right, Yajmatas for the sisters that may be online. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Amajum Shabbat. I don't know if it's like Imajim. The sisters would stand. Imajim Shabbat for the sisters. Right hand over left, feet at a 45-degree angle. Your head down. We say Barak. You're going to put your right hand across your chest and repeat the salute after us. All right. Men of Israel, we're going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Imajim Shabbat. Imajim Barak. Yahweh Shamar. Sisters would say Yahweh Shamar al-Alpha. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Yajim Atah, which means hands down. Class is dismissed. Congratulations.
Congrats, Doc.
Congrats, Doc.
All right.